Went a little bit over. Grand Rising, friends. Happy hump day. You won't believe what happened to me yesterday. For those of you that just joining, I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes for everybody to hop on so YouTube can do its thing. Because it does take a couple minutes. There's my cousin. How are you, Primo? Good morning. You too. You have a good day too. So when I got home, I started baking the bread because it was coming off the container. And I baked it. I was so tired, guys. I baked it in the oven. Next thing you know, I fell asleep. An hour after, the bread was scorched. Both loaves. No kidding. And that was a croissant sourdough. That was one of my favorites. But it was scorched. So that's what happens. I was very tired yesterday. Very, very tired. So we're going to do it again. Let's do this again. And I'm going to have to get some more flour too Thursday. It's payday. But, so what I did was, since it wasn't burned, I gave it to my chickens. And I just dehydrated. I mixed it with a little bit of water to soften it. And yeah, they're having a feast right now. But it was so sad because I was planning on cutting through that croissant sourdough. But unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. All right, give it a couple minutes. All right, perfect. Perfecto. Let's get our salt. How you doing today, Primo? Getting ready for work? Are you off today? We're going to add 20. There you go. Whoops, almost went over it. Almost went over it. All right. Let's get this mixing because today I am not messing this bread up. I am not. So I'm going to have to tape my eyelids up because I have to keep an eye on this bread. So it means I'm going to take me another espresso. I'm going to have me another espresso today before I go to work. All right, let's, where's my hook? Where is my hook? There it is. I found it. Yeah, you can do this by hand. I personally like to do it with my mixer because I don't have the patience. There we go. I don't have the patience to wait on it. So I'm doing right now the sourdough, but we're going to do the stroganoff here in a minute. But my sourdough starter was ready. So I decided to start it off. And then when I get home, should be ready to mold and bake, hopefully. Welcome, guys. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, yeah. Middle of the week, right? All right, let's mix this all up. Woo, a cloud of flour, right? Right on my black clothes. All right, let's beat it for about 5 minutes. Then we're gonna drop it like it's hot right here. Right on. So as soon as the dough comes off the sides of the blend or the mixer, it's ready. Okay? So it saves me time from like kneading it every 5 minutes or every hour. So we're just gonna drop the whole thing. This is gonna make 2 loaves. For those of you that are just tuning in, we're gonna make the stroganoff. I'm just starting my sourdough here. So when I get home tonight, I can work on it because you won't believe what happened to me yesterday. I went to bake it, you guys, and I even set a timer on it. And I fell asleep. I fell asleep. So the sourdough, I woke up to the smell of it because it was a croissant loaf. So I did use a whole stick of butter, right? Grated cold butter. It was going to be a delicious sourdough, but turned out to be a brown, hard sourdough because I fell asleep. But that was a true story. True story. It happens. Let's just spray this. Tonight, what I'm going to do, though, I am taping up my eyelids. And they're going to stay up. I'm going to stay up. I got to get this bread done. All right. We're going to put it in the back, and then we're going to bring you guys over here. Let's see these comments. Hey, Whitney. Hi. Good morning. Hi, Trucks. I'm doing great. How are you? Is my gumbo ready yet, Stuart? No, I need to do it. Good morning, True Balance. You're back. Good morning. How are you? Or should I say grand rising? I like to start the day just saying positive, right? It's already a grand day, a brand new day. So instead of morning, because nobody here is morning, I like to say grand. A grand rising, right? Let's start off with our words, because words are our spells. So we can start positive, right? Positive note today. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Let's get started. So I've got some water here that I'm going to boil. This is going to be for the noodles. Let me see. And I've got my ground beef, and I used a lean ground beef. Organic. Let me see if I show you guys. Okay, and I'm already searing it here in my, I am using my cast iron skillet today. Just because when I made the croissant last night, this whole thing was covered in butter. The whole thing, the whole pan. So look, it's like nonstick. Because it was covered in butter, because I used this one for one of my loaves. But it turned out that it burned. All right, let's go do a gumbo. Well, we're going to do gumbo. We're going to do it. We're going to do a boil. That's more like it. No tacos today. True Balance. All right, guys. All right, sweethearts. Let's go bring you guys over here. Put you guys over here. We turn the light on because God said, let there be light. Okay. And guys, I'm so happy. You won't believe what came in the mail last night when I got home. You will not believe what came in the mail that I have been waiting on. Who knows? Those of you that have been following me know what was about to come in the mail. yesterday. I'm so happy it did. So glad it did. Hi, Charlie. Hi. So two things came in the mail. Two things out of all my items. Let me get some onion. Let me put this onion here, guys. Hang on a second. Try to pull this onion out. All right, let's go get the garlic and the onion and the knife. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. I should have probably put my apron on today, though, because I don't want to get none of that grease on me. And what's gumbo? I like that. I like that, Stuart. Guys, she has a Nordic knives. Oh, they're not the Nordic knives, even though they look like, right? But you know what is good? They're actually, this is a brand. Husk. They're Japanese knives, right? They're very good knives. So if you're outside, let's say in emergency, and you're cooking outside on a slab of wood, and I don't know if you guys have noticed but I have gotten a couple of cutting boards, extra cutting boards. You'll see that. Got a couple extra ones because if there was such a thing that we had lose power, or in case of an emergency or whatnot, I can bring that board out with these knives and I can cook outside in a bonfire. I have it set up where I can cook outside. True fact. So what came in the mail? All right, you guys, take a guess. Something that I've been waiting on for a very long time. And because what I have is normally on an app, but I want to do something physical. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So what do you guys think it is? I'm gonna let you guys guess there for a minute. And then I'm gonna tell you what it is. But I'm gonna have to wash my hands to get it. I'm so thrilled. Like last night, I was so excited about it. I couldn't even sleep. It was like 1, 2 o'clock, and that's when I was baking the bread. And then I finally laid down for 2 seconds. Literally, my legs were hanging off the bed. I just lay down for 2 seconds. Boom. Felt solid, rock hard, solid asleep. So thank God I didn't burn the house down, right? But burn the bread. So I was a little sad about that. Did your ship come in? Did your ship? What do you mean your ship? My ship? Yes, they are. I love my knives. They're very awesome. I agree. Take that off, that little piece. It's like some green part. All right, there we go. So we're gonna do the stroganoff part. So we got the onions, and we're gonna do the garlic. Let's set that aside. We're gonna whack it. Whoops. Before I whack it, make sure you clean your knife, because then you'll have everything flying everywhere. All right, I'm gonna show you guys as soon as I'm done whacking this garlic and mincing it. I'm going to show you what came in. I'm so excited about, and I'm going to start using it on a daily basis. But your new smart, my new what? Smart? No, it has nothing to do with food. Let me see. I guess you haven't heard the expression waiting for my ship to come in. Oh, I see what you're saying. Money. No, that comes in on Thursday. I get paid. Yeah, we're waiting on that dollar, right? That dollar that is fixing to crash. And let's see, Charlie says, how often do you sharpen them? I just got them like a little bit over a month. So I haven't really used them like a whole lot because I only use them like once a day when I'm here. So they're still pretty sharp. But if I do need to sharpen it, I can. I have the tool for it. All right, let me mince this up real quick so I can show you what came in yesterday. And at the same time, we let others hop in. All right, I'm using about 4 cloves of garlic. You can use less. I'm just a garlic type of person. And my kids like it too. There's Brooke. Hey, sister. Talking about garlic and all the things, and she pops on. How are you? All right, got my garlic, got this. I'm going to turn back on my skillet because I had turned it off because I didn't want it to burn. I'm going to add the whole entire onion that we diced. And it goes in my little bowl. Oh, got something else in there. And my 4 cloves of garlic go in. All right. Got it in there. I'm going to wash my hands right quick. Because I have garlic and onion fingers. And I'm about to touch something I don't want it to smell like garlic and onion. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. So you guys are ready? Are you ready to see what came in last night? Give me a heart if you're dying to see or you're curious to see what came in last night. Put you guys over here. I am doing great. How are you, Brooke? All right. I won't keep you waiting any longer. If y'all are interested. A heart. I see hearts flying over there. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So these 2 things came in yesterday. I am super thrilled about. And we're going to start doing them, like listening or doing it, reading them on a daily basis. And the first one is this one. I've been dying to get a hold of this book. This is The Secret Embrace of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Always wanted to know more about Mary Magdalene because I know that whatever is said in the Old and the New Testament, I knew there was more. And there is. And actually, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, there's actually the Gospel of Philip, the Gospel of, there's a bunch of them. Let me see, because I got it right here. It also has the Gospel of It's got all the Gospels because I pulled it up yesterday and I was like, oh, there's more to it. But there is. Is the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Phillips, and there's more. So, but I wanted to read this one. I'm so excited to start reading it. I've already read about 2 pages. But we're gonna read more about that. Also, this is gonna go entwine with Brooke, my Bible, the Ethiopian Bible. So this book right here has everything in one book. But it does not bring the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. That's why I had to purchase it separately. But how awesome is this? For those of you that are trying to get into an Ethiopian Bible, well worth it. Well worth the $48. Well worth it. So this has all of it. The Torah. It has your Enoch book. It has the Pauls of Paul. Look how many letters of Paul it has. It has a ton of them. The letter of James, the book of Ezra, the book of Judith, the book of Esther. It has all of it. So I'm excited. I'm doing good. I'm so excited, Brooke. We're going to start reading this. I'm going to start reading it. So I'm going to start, when I'm done with my work, I'm going to start doing a little Bible study on my own. And then we can share. For those of you that don't have the book of the Enoch and can't invest in it, we can do some reading and share with y'all. Right? That'd be exciting. So how was your day yesterday? All right. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing here because you guys can see it. Get you guys right here. We're going to do a little well in the middle because we're going to make like a roux. And then we're going to add, hopefully I have enough milk. 2 tablespoons of flour. All right. I'm gonna add a little more. You can use butter to make the roux. Okay. And this is going to be the stroganoff part. So we're going to add a little more, excuse me, clear my throat here. We're going to add some butter. Add some butter to that roux. Smells so good. Let it cook for just a couple minutes. And I'm using lean ground beef, guys. This is organic, lean ground, grass-fed beef. And now, I'm going to go ahead and add my milk. As soon as that is cooked for a couple minutes, we're going to add our milk. And I'm going to add everything in here. It's going to come together. Almost like a gravy type. And I smell that onion and garlic. Oh my gosh. So good. If you have mushrooms, you can add mushrooms in here too. That would be nice. I don't have any. Probably had to get some in the store. I'm gonna go Thursday. Get some of it. All right, let's add a little more. And then we're just gonna move the temperature here to a little bit higher. Tomorrow is payday, guys, so we're gonna do it tomorrow. I gotta grab a couple things I need because I'm all out of everything. Almost everything. So we're just almost cleaning the fridge at this point. Your day was good? That's wonderful. Awesome. Did you see the book? Did you see the book? I'm so excited. I can't wait to start reading. That Bible has everything. Everything. It's got the Old Testament, the New Testament, everything. Even the books that were removed. All right, here we go. That's gonna start thickening there for a minute. Break up that beef just a little more. And my water needs to start coming up to a boil here. And then we're gonna season it. Because you always want to season your noodles, right? Good handful of sea salt or salt. Okay. This is bubbling. It's getting thick and luscious. Oh, yes. So good. You can even add some Parmigiano Reggiano in this bad boy. It'd be so good. But you know what I'm gonna add, actually? To give it a little taste, a little salty kick. I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce. A couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And this is gonna go on those noodles. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be good. Really good. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock. But you can use vegetable stock, and then you know all you need here is actually some peas if you wanted to. Actually adding a little bit of water just to thin it out a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let that thicken up again. Put these away. Bubbling away. Okay, found a little tiny thing. I gotta get this out of here. A little skin of my onion went in there. All right. Ooh, that looks good. Yes, ma'am. Looks so good. All it needs here is a little bit of black pepper. I'm gonna add some black pepper to this. And that's it. Add some fresh peas in there. It's a very quick and easy meal. Right? Quick and easy. And now we're gonna do the gumbo part too. We're gonna do that. Grab the noodles. We're gonna use these pasta noodles that were on sale. gonna add, let me cut this open. This is gonna cook very, very quick. Very, very quick it's gonna cook because these are fresh noodles, so they're gonna cook extremely quick. There we go. Turn it off. That's perfect. You don't want it to stick on you. Almost looks like gravy, like you know when you make biscuits and gravy. All right, that's good. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of butter. I'm gonna add a little pat of butter in here. Guys, this is just so that the, it actually helps so that your water doesn't rise. So whenever you add butter to it, I don't know what it does, but it keeps it from spilling over. So we're using fresh pasta noodles here. So these are gonna cook super quick, super duper quick. So this in the sauna. We're gonna stir this up. Stir it up so that the noodles don't stick on us. And then in this same pan, we're gonna add the boil. We're gonna cook the boil separately because of the fact that my daughter does not like anything with seafood, guys. So I have to cook it separate. I gotta do it separate for her because she will not eat it. True story. Anybody have in the house someone that does not care for seafood? Yeah, that is her. So I'm turning this off. Of course, we're gonna add a little bit of heat because you guys know how I like my heat. So we're gonna add some cayenne pepper. Oh, that's the new one. Where's my cayenne? Here it is. Some cayenne pepper for a little kick. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be so good. That's gonna stick to those noodles. It's gonna be amazing. Delicious. Love seafood, yes. Yeah, well, my daughter's not allergic. She just does not care for seafood. And whenever I make seafood or fish, she's like, what is that smell? She does not care for it. So this is for the ones that do. And if you do not know what Aldi's is, there is a supermarket. I think every state has them. I'm not sure if that is true, but Florida they just came with this. And normally during the season, like I think it's towards the end of the year, towards the beginning of the year, that's when they start bringing in their seafood stuff. They may have it now all year round, but they have the seafood boil, which is everything in here that you need to make a boil. All you have to add is your spice. And it even brings a spice. Look at it, guys. It brings your spice packet in there. So you can make this at home. So quick and easy. All you have to do is throw it in there, steam it up, and you've got Louisiana. Right? At home. Raw oyster. Oh, that's the one thing I cannot have. Raw oysters. I cannot. For nothing in the world, I can do that. But I do like them grilled and I do like them fried. Scrappy says, we have all these over there in Louisiana. Good. Oh, you're in Louisiana. Scrappy's in Louisiana. Awesome. See, so then you know, you guys probably eat this almost every day, right? It's a very typical dish, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start cleaning up my kitchen real quick while I talk to you guys. And then we're going to make us another espresso because this mama's going to need it. Then I'm going to put this to wash. It's going to need it because I got to stay up. I can't fall asleep tonight. I got to get this bread done because I have no bread. I'm almost all out of bread. So I got to get this done. I'm going to get these 2 loaves up and ready. Up and ready. So how's everybody's day going? Y'all doing good? It's also free. Really? What is free at no cost? Jumbo? True Balance says quarter to rent a cart. Yes, you need a quarter to rent a cart. But you know, God is so awesome. Every single time I go there, somebody's handing over to me a cart for some reason. Somebody's just walking out. They're like, oh, you need a cart? And whenever I offer them a quarter, they're like, oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, amen. That's Jesus, I think, because, I mean, it's good in a way, though, that they do the thing with the cart because that just keeps it more organized because if you look at all these other supermarket stores, they've got carts laying everywhere. Every which where. And then you got all these cart pushers, right? Moving all the carts out of the way because they're 100% of the time, they're either in a parking lot or in a parking space in your way. So it's a smart way to keep carts away, right? From the parking spaces. You share the love. Yep, I do so too. I agree with you. I do the same thing. Always share the love, right? Pay it forward. That's what we do. We pay it forward. Yep. Let me see. Like, share, and subscribe is free and no cost. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Scrappy. Yes. If you subscribe to my channel, guys, you'll get notified whenever I hop on. And I normally hop on at 10 a.m. I feel like I'm a rabbit. Whenever I come on, it's around 10 a.m. Sometimes everybody has a day. I may just go on at 11. But for the most part, it's 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Even though some weekends, sometimes I go live in the morning. Sometimes I go live in the evening. You know, it's our weekend. It's our rest day, family time, all the things. But yeah, I'm excited. Were you guys here when I showed you about what came in the mail yesterday? I'm so thrilled to start reading that book. But definitely this one. Definitely, I want to start reading this one. There's several of these with different prophets. But this one, I am dying to read through it. It's going to be awesome. But that goes hand in hand with the with the Ethiopian Bible. There are a few types of food in Louisiana. New Orleans are in Creole style. Baton Rouge back to East Louisiana is Cajun cuisine. North Louisiana is country style. Oh, nice. You should do Bible Lives. Yes. So we're going to do that, Scrappy. So if you're interested, I've got a friend of mine. She's on here. She's actually one of my moderators. And she's gotten me all into this Jesus vibe, which is not really a vibe, is really, it's almost like a frequency, right? Because he's always walking with us all the time. So she's been always talking about him and his word and what he has done to her and, you know, how it has changed her life since she's been walking with him. And her name is Walk by Faith. That's her channel. And but her name is Brooke. And if you guys haven't followed her, Brooke, are you still here? There she is. Yep, there she is. She's going to post the link so you guys can check her out. Give her some love and support. She's always got the word of God. So wherever that verse opens up, when she opens the Bible and she's about to record, it's God basically leading her from that day on. So, and you can, and you, I mean, you feel it. It's something that you feel. So, check her out, check her channel out. She's got a couple of shorts and she's always there. And I think her and I are going to do that. I'm going to start doing it on Sundays. She's got me all round up on it. And I'm so excited to share that too, because I think everybody should be able to benefit, right, from the scripture. And that'll be a good thing too, because for those of you that don't have the Ethiopian Bible, I know there's a lot of people waking up to this about the other books in the Bible that were removed. They're still there. They just were not part of the Old and the New Testament. This Bible has it all. So we can read the book of Enoch. We can elaborate about when God created the angels and all those things. And I'm so thrilled to do that. So we're going to do that. We're going to start doing it on Sundays or Saturdays, Sabbath day. Because did you guys know the real Sabbath day is actually Saturday? That's actually the day of worship. Saturday, it's the Sabbath normally. Tarun, hey Tarun, hey, how are you? Welcome. Definitely, we'll check it out. Yeah, so we're excited. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. See, we're all here to support each other and give each other love, and that's what it's all about, right? Paying it forward. So what Jesus did to us, we do it back to each other because we're all his children. So that is and very important is to walk by faith, like the name, walk by faith. That's so important, guys. Love, peace, and happiness. Yep, true balance. That's actually the life's true balance is love, peace, and happiness, right? You cannot go wrong following the ways of God. Learn his characteristics. Yep. Amen. Because we all have to be like him, right? We all have to lead the same way. And this is what he wanted us to do. So, and even just talking about it, you may not, take it into consideration. But even just talking about him, he is here in spirit, because the Bible says it, when one or more are gathered, I am there with them. So his spirit is with us. Always and forever. All right, I'm going to add these noodles back in. And then I'm gonna try to lift this up. This is so heavy. It's heavy. You'll see that. There we go. Whew. That's a workout with one hand. That's heavy. All right, move this back in here. Oh my gosh. Can y'all see that? Let me show you this. And all we need in here is a couple of frozen peas if we have them. If you don't worry about it. We're going to actually add just a little bit of milk because I have a feeling it's going to dry up on me and I don't want that. So we're going to add a little bit because as it cools, it does dry up because it soaks up all those noodles in there. But yeah, frozen peas would be nice in here. Yes, ma'am. We need to love like Jesus did. Amen. We do. And he was so pure, right? His heart was so transparent. And that's how we have to be, transparent. Just share the live on the community post. Oh, thank you, Scrappy. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Metro's PCS says, why does the beef look like that? Well, we did, we grounded it up. Well, it was ground beef. We sauteed it. And this, for some reason, my phone doesn't capture everything very well. But we sauteed it in here in the skillet. This is at the very beginning. You guys can rewatch what we did. So we sauteed it. We added salt, pepper, and not too much salt because we were going to add the Worcestershire sauce at the end. And then after I got it all nice and brown, I made a roux with butter and flour, and then we added the milk. So it looks kind of like pale for some reason, but it's beef. It's beef, right? So now I'm gonna keep this covered because I don't want to lose any of that heat. And I'm gonna move this out of the way. But yeah, all it needs is probably a couple of frozen peas in there, some veggies in there, and it's done. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And then we're gonna do the boil. And this is the fun part because this boil is gonna be so quick. So quick. Where did I put my, there it is. All right, here we go. We're gonna add, this says it's gonna be ready in under 10 minutes for the boil, under 10 minutes. So it says to add about 2 quarts of water. So we're gonna do that. Then I gotta do my dishes, guys. So what you see guys laying around here, it's my dishes. So I gotta get them clean. So, because we just made a whole entire meal. So I'm gonna add about 4 cups of water, and then we're gonna start doing the boil. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's about 4 cups. Halfway to the rim. So we're gonna bring this to a boil. And then I'm gonna add the stuff in it. You're welcome. I even tagged you on it. Oh, thank you, Scrappy. Where is this? Where did you tag me? Is it on this platform? Stuart says, it's hard not to respect someone who is transparent, even with our faults. Amen. I agree. And 7 says, hi, hello. Thanks for tuning in. All right, let me see if I can. I just saw a magnet in my drawer. I don't even know where this comes from. I don't know. It's in my drawer, my kitchen drawer. So let's see. Stuart says, if God sees all my faults, why would I hide them from a human? What do you mean? If God sees all your faults, why hide them from a human? Can you elaborate a little bit on that question, Stuart? And 7 says, what are you cooking? So I've already done beef stroganoff. For those of you that are just tuning in, we made beef stroganoff, very easy with just ground beef, and we sauteed it with onions and garlic. And then we made a roux, and then we added the milk, and then we added to the noodles. Took us about 20 minutes. And now we're gonna do the final part, which is the seafood boil. We're gonna do a whole bag of seafood boil. Stuart says hide. Let me read this. All right, let me read this. Stuart says, if God sees all my faults, why would I have had them from a human? Why would I hide them? I see what you're saying. His crew of me is the only one that matters. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's only God's view that matters. Um, he knows it all, you know? And the thing about it is he even knows you before you were even born, right? He even says that he knows each and every single one of us by the hairs on our head. Meaning, can you know anybody by their hairs on their head? Do you know how many hairs I have in my head? Absolutely not. But our Creator does. He knows us inside out. He even knows before we were even created who we were going to be, right? Oh, okay, on YouTube. Okay, that sounds good. I didn't know you could do that. Thank you, Scrappy. Logan says, I got sent to the principal's office in the high school for calling a... Huh? Oh, my Lord. Logan. Scrappy says, what up, N7? Yep. All right. Well, you shouldn't be on the phone if you're in school. Unless you're at lunch or something, right? All right, let me get this. I'm gonna cut this bag open. Let me cut this bag open. Oh my goodness. Look what's in this bag. And it has sausage in there too. And potatoes. Red potatoes. And mussels. And corn on the cob. All right, so all he needs is our little packet of seasoning. And this is our Cajun spice. That's gonna give it a little kick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add it. First, I'm gonna add this in there. I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna take away a little bit of the water because I don't think I need all this water. There we go. Put a little too much. Now we're gonna add gently. Oh, it has shrimp too. Y'all see that? It has shrimp. All right. And then we're gonna add the Cajun. And I feel bad if I had the whole entire thing. So we're just gonna add about a half a packet and I'll leave the rest. So whenever I make jambalaya, I'll have some, right? But you can add the whole packet if you want to. But I think half a pack should be enough. It's big. It's pretty big. All right, we're gonna throw this out. So this is what's inside. Mussels and shrimp and, wait, let me lock this up because my, my thing is smart. So it's got mussels and shrimp and corn on the cob, sausage. It's got it all. It's got it all, y'all. All right. We're gonna get a spoon and we're gonna whisk this around in that water. So the water's like red. Y'all, the water's red. And then we're just gonna close it up for a couple minutes. I don't know why it's not even, I don't even got it that high, but it's on. Yesterday I was watching Transformers Beast Machines. I am doing great. How are you, Spencer? Hi. Hi, Trey. Yes, right? Corn on the cob. I haven't had corn, guys, in like, I would tell you about a year or two. Corn does not agree with me. So I try to stay away from it. Every now and then I'll have corn chips and oh boy, do they do a number on me. Does not like me at all. So, but sorry about that. But yeah, this has corn. It has everything in that bag. So guys, if you have all these where you guys live, I think it's actually more practical to buy the bag of the boil than to buy all the ingredients that you need for the boil. It's probably more cost efficient. Yes, that's going to be great. So it's steaming up back there. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I've got everything done already, guys. I did the beef stroganoff. We started boiling the noodles. Hey! Then I did the, we sauteed the beef, right? And then we added the onions and the garlic. Don't forget the Worcestershire sauce. And then we made a roux in the same pan. Washing my dishes right now, guys. True story. Trying to get as much done. Hello, I see you in 7. And so I got it all done. All done. I think it took me, what, like 40 minutes? I'm still waiting on the boil, but that should take about 10 minutes. It should not take that long because everything on there is already cooked except for the shrimp. So guys, hang out with me. I'm just doing the dishes. I'm going to clean this up real quick. Then I got to get ready for work. Right? Some shrimp. It's so good, right? It's got shrimp, mussels. What doesn't it have? It has everything. So much more economic than going out and buying all these things individually. It probably costs you a lot more. I think that bag costed me like $6, $7. Maybe $7. So that's not bad at all. It's about 2 pounds. You have a blessed day too, True Balance. Yeah. So we're just chatting. We're doing some time till that boil is done. Doing the dishes. And then I gotta get ready for work. So what's everybody doing today? You have a blessed day too, True Balance. I don't know if I already said it. Oh, look at that. I've got 2 people watching. I've got 13 likes. Way to go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I'm almost at 2K. That's what hubby told me yesterday. He says, Lily, you are almost at 2K. For those of you that do not know who my hubby is, he is Tuckerverse. He also has a channel here, in which he talks about everything. He often goes live with JR Trucking, also known as what's his channel now, Brooke? Can't think of it. He's changed channels twice, so I can't keep it up. I can't keep up with all of it, but anyways, you'll find him on the weekends. They go live often. Sometimes, yesterday I think he was live. My husband, like around 6 o'clock. So if you guys want to check his channel out, his name is Tuckerverse. You have a great day too. Yes, my name is Lily. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Stuart. You too. All right, so I'm going to show you one last time what this looks like. All right, one last time. Let's do a little recap. So we did the beef stroganoff. All it's missing is like peas. I don't know why. It's the camera's like the lighting. It's just not right. It looks terrible, but it's not. All right. So then we've got the boil, which we're working on. Look at that beauty. Working on that boil for all that shrimp to change color. We added some of that Cajun spice in there. I still got to clean this one up. And look, I even got started on some sourdough bread for tonight. You have a great day too, Stuart. Oh, I thought it was going to rain. It's not. Y'all have a blessed day. Yes, all of you. Yep. All right, guys. So I'm going to hop off on here. I've got everything done. I'll post a picture here at the end of the live stream. For those of you that are just tuning in, go ahead and hit the replay button and watch it again so y'all can see what we did. If you have any comments, please, any questions, please feel free to comment. Thank you so much. And please subscribe to her as well, Walk by Faith. We're going to start doing some side-by-side Bible lives, right? On Saturdays. Saturday, is that good with you, Brooke? Saturdays or Sundays? We'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, guys. I love you, friends. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your support. You guys are awesome. And thank you for all the new subscribers. You guys are awesome. God bless.